So, distinguished colleagues, the voting will start because the minority leader has demanded for a division. Division, when the clerk calls somebody's name, answer your name and tell us where you are. When you stand up, because you need to be seen so that nobody later goes to complain. So if they call your name, you stand up and say you vote yes. But no service motion. It's his own motion. Because, please, we voted on his amendment. And the minority leader said he didn't like the ruling. So the ruling is under question mark. And it's about the amendment sought. So if you don't like what he said, you vote no. You vote no. Anybody who doesn't like what Senator Bassi, vote no. If you like, vote yes. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. Start.
Okay. Senator Oji Chodo Ohemapule. Senator Oji Chodo Ohemapule. Senator Kalu Oji Uzo. Senator Kalu Oji Uzo.
No, you allow me, Mr. President and my colleagues. I'm coming. I'm going to vote. Every member of this Senate believes in electronic voting and electronic transmission. Allow me. You cannot shout me down. For God's sake, you can't shout me down. Unless you want us to sleep here. You cannot shout me. You cannot shout me down. It's either you allow me to talk or we will stop here. I vote because there are no coverage in my village. There is no coverage in my village. Senator Baribe knows that there is no coverage where we come from. I don't want anybody to make a political point where we come from. There is no coverage, as such I vote no.
Thank you. My name is Eyinaya Baribe. I represent Abia South and I'm the minority leader of the Senate. And I vote yes to Nigeria, yes to electronic voting.
Hold on, please. I just want to advise. Please, when your name is called, when somebody's name is called, yes, or you say I vote no or I vote yes, please. I vote no or I vote yes. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, my distinguished colleagues. Aisha Tidair Ahmed Binani, representing Adama Central. I'm voting against the amendment of Senator Albert Bassi. No. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our dear President, distinguished colleagues, I remain Senator Albert Basi Akpan. I represent the good people of Akwa Ibom Northeast. I vote yes to the recommendation of in this report. As recorded in this report, yes.
Thank you, my brother.
Your head. Thank you, Mr. President. I'm Senator Akoni Yayi, representing Akwa Ibom South Senatorial District. I vote yes for amendment by Senator Akon. Full electronic voting.
Distinguished colleagues, my name is Senator Christopher Stephen Ekpenyang. I represent the good people of Akwa Ibom State, Northwest in Akwa Ibom State. Mr. President, in this circumstance, I vote yes for electronic transmission.
Please. No, please. Listen, please. Please, listen. Listen, please. Please. Okay, please, let's be guided. Let's be guided. This voting has started and it will go to the end. We don't want any disruption. And what we are voting for is not electronic transmission. So just listen, please. Just listen. Listen, please. So the voting continues. Okay.
Senator Odua Stella Adezi.
I rise to categorically vote against the second proposed amendment. Thank you.
Mr. President, my name is distinguished Senator Cleopas Moses. I represent the very blessed people of Bayelsa Central Senatorial District. I rise to vote yes for electronic transmission of our results.
Yes. Your Excellency, the President of the Senate and distinguished colleagues, I rise to oppose the motion proposed by Senator Albert Basi. Thank you.
And I represent Bayelsa West. It is unconstitutional to subject INEC to NCC. Therefore, I vote for electronic transmission and for retention of the committee's report. Thank you.
Senator Gabriel Suswan. Senator Okajeb Emmanuel Yisa.
President, I okay for electronic transmission as contained in your report.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, my name is Kashim Shetima. I represent the good people of Borno Central, and I am voting no to the amendment as proposed by Senator from Akwa Ibom. Thank you.
And distinguished colleagues, my name is Abubakar Kari, Senator representing Borno North, and I'm voting no against the motion moved by Senator Albert Akpan.
Mr. Chairman and my distinguished colleagues, Mohamed Ali Ndube, I categorically vote no against the amendment by distinguished Senator Albert.
Legitimacy of the vote. I therefore vote yes to electronic transmission of results, because that is what Nigerians want.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, my name is distinguished Senator Stephen Adi Odi. I represent the good people of Cross River North. I vote no.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Gershon Bassi, representing the people of Cross River South Senatorial District. I vote in support of the motion and in support of the report recommendations. Thank you.
Ovie Omo Agege, Delta Central Senatorial District. Mr. President, guided by the official position of NCC to the effect that coverage. Hey! I have the floor. I have the floor. I have the floor. I have the floor. Thank you. Thank you. I have the floor. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Guided by the official position of NCC to the effect that coverage is only 43% in this country, I hereby, because I want uniformity in our laws, because I want uniformity in our laws, I hereby vote no to the Albert Amendment. Thank you.
Senator Peter Mwaboshi, Delta North. I vote against the motion moved by Albert. No, Albert.
Thank you, Mr. President. Obinogba, Ebonyi Central. I say yes to electronic transmission.
My name is Senator Sam Egu, Ebonyi North. I support that INEC transmits electronically the results unless where it is not practicable.
That's what you
Say, at the risk of being wrong, it's in conformity with the amendment. So, no, it's okay. So, okay. So,
Senator Nachi Michael Ama. Senator Nachi.
My name is Senator Michael Amanachi, PhD, from Ebonyi State. I am here profoundly saying that my vote goes for electronic voting and transmission.
Yeah, I say yes to electronic transfer of results.
My name is Senator Francis Alimikena, representing the good people of Edo North. I rise to say no to the amendment proposed by Senator Bassi.
I am Senator Matthew Urogide. I represent the good people of Edo South Senatorial District. I rise to say yes for electronic transmission of results as contained in this bill.
Distinguished colleagues, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I am Michael Okpeyemi Bamidele, Minority Leader. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I am Michael Okpeyemi Bamidele. I represent Ekiti Central Senatorial District. Mr. President, in support of electronic transmission of results and ensuring that INEC is not fettered in its exercise of discretion, I vote no to the proposal by Senator
Thank you very much, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. Biodun Olujimi, Ekiti South. Mr. President, I stand on the side of the people, of Nigerians. I vote yes. And I stand by this.
Senator.
I am Senator Chukwuka Otaze. I represent the good people of Enugu North Central District of Enugu State. Mr. Chairman and the colleagues, I stand for the commission may transmit results of election by electronic means where practicable, not subjecting INEC to any other authority, because we don't want two arbiters. INEC should be always as practicable, not as any other thing. It should not be decided for anybody. And I say yes.
I stand to support. I say yes because I have all the networks in Abuja.
I am Mohammed Njimo Goje, representing Gombe Central, and I stand to vote no against the amendment by Albert.
My name is Senator Alkali Saidu Ahmed. I represent Gombe North. I stand to vote for no for the amendment that was sought. Thank you.
My name is Senator B.K. Amos. I represent the good people of Gombe South. I said capital no to the amendment proposed by Senator.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I believe in credible elections and I vote yes for electronic transmission. Thank you. Senator Chukuma Frank Ibezim, representing the good people of Imo North, I rise to oppose the last amendment.
Hadija, representing Jigawa Northeast, a zone that has one of the worst internet penetrations in the country, and I therefore vote no to Albert's amendment, which would definitely disenfranchise my voters when it comes to the time of election. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Senator Aladi Abdullahi Sankara, representing Jigawa North West. I stand to vote no.
Senator, distinguished colleagues, I remain Ubasani representing Kaduna Central. I rise to vote no to the amendment made by my distinguished colleagues on the other side. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues, I am Suleiman Abdukwari. I rise to vote no to Albert's amendment. Thank you.
Distinguished colleagues, I am Mala, representing Kaduna South. I stand to say yes to electronic voting.
I do not have coverage in some of my constituencies. I vote no against Albert. Senator Engineer Kabir Barkia, representing Katsina Central. I rise to say no to the amendment of Mr. Albert. Thank you.
My name is Ahmed Baketa. I represent Katsina North. To avoid confusion and to make sure that we have free and fair election in this country, I am voting no against the amendment proposed by Senator Albert.
Senator Bello Mandia, I represent Katsina South. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I rise to vote no to the amendment proposed by my distinguished colleagues on the other side. Thank you.
I remain Muhammad Adamu Aliru, representing Kebbi Central. I rise to vote no for the amendment proposed by Senator Albert, because I believe Nigeria is not right for electronic transfer of election results.
Abdullahi, representing Kebbi North, and I vote no.
From Kogi Central. In the overall interest of Nigerians, I say no to that other side of the divide.
Thank you. Representing the very good people of Kogi East. Mr. President, or standing in as chairman, in this country, we know that policy implementation has always been a problem. And the reason is that a priori, from the beginning, at the point of conception, there is a problem, because we don't see through the whole process. It is on that note that I say no to this amendment, because it is on that note I say no to this amendment, because this policy will be very difficult for Nigerians to implement. Given the state of the Nigerian economy now, technological-wise.
Mr. President, I rise on behalf of the highly educated people of Kogi West. I rise on behalf of the masses whom I personify in this chamber.
I rise, Mr. President, to say I support the transfer of result through electronic process by INEC as amended by Sabi. I'm against, and I said
No.
I said no to the amendment from Albert.
Ibrahim Yaya Olori Egbe, I represent Kwara Central District. Mr. Chairman, while voting no against the amendment of Albert, I wish to add that this no is to support due process of electronic voting, not the ones that will disturb Nigeria. I said no to Albert amendment.
Capital no.
Mr. President, I vote no just to allow INEC to do the best job for Nigeria. Thank you.
Haven't all agreed to electronic transmission of voting? Adiola Solomon Olamilekan, representing the good people of Lagos West, I vote capital no to any amendment proposed by Senator Afam Batsi on the electronic transmission of voting. Thank you.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I'm Tanko Alamakura. I represent Nasarawa South. I oppose the amendment by Senator Albert Akwa.
Thank you.
I say no.
Thank you. Having agreed with the transmission of results,
Thank you.
with by INEC with Sabi amendment for the transmission of results. Thank you. You listen. I insist you listen. Distinguished Chair, I am Senator Abdullahi Adamu. I represent Nasarawa West in this chamber. In view of my very clear head, knowing that NCC is made it very clear that only 46% of this country is covered by statistics. That means that Nigeria is not covered for electronic transmission. On behalf of Nigerian patriots that voted for me to this chamber, I vote a capital and unequivocal no to Albert. To Albert and his motion.
For the interest of this country and the stability of Nigeria, I reject the proposal or the amendment as proposed by my colleague on the other side.
President, distinguished colleagues, I am Dr. Aliu Sabi Abdullahi. I represent Niger North. On behalf of the very rural and network-deprived people of Niger North, I say a very big and capital underline no to the proposal by Albert Bassi.
Kenre, representing Ondo Central. Mr. President, I rise to vote for yes as contained in the complete report. Thank you, Mr. President.
Presenting Ondo North Senatorial District. Based on the superior argument advanced by Senator Sabi, I vote no.
Central Senatorial District, and having been schooled in the evil of unfettered discretion, I said no to the suggestion from that side. Thank you.
Senator Adenigba Padamsi, OFR, representing the educated and good people of Osun State. Osun East, not the traders. I stand to say yes for electronic transmission of election results.
Mr. Chairman, my distinguished colleagues, having witnessing a recent one whereby a populated portion of my rural area has no network. I just gave them network about 2 days ago. I want to say that in order not to disenfranchise any part of this country, I say no to Albert's proposal.
Mr. Nsakimo, I represent the Rivers Central District. Mr. President, I will vote
But a bill that was brought in by the chairman, Kabiru Ibrahim Gaya, and 16 others.
Please, just vote. Leave Senator Kabiru Gaya alone.
No,
the amendment is from Albert.
Let him talk now.
Please. I have the floor. I have the floor.
Let him come on board now.
I have the floor. Sir, Kabiru Ibrahim Gaya, who brought the chairman, who brought it in, he himself voted no against the report he brought for us. So are the other things in the report tenable? Are they tenable? Mr. President, I vote yes.
Okay, thank you.
To electronic transmission of results. Yes.
Senator Gigi Barinada.
Senator Albert Akpam and the masses, Nigerian masses who want credible election, I vote yes for electronic transfer of
As
vote.
contained in the report.
I represent Rivers West Senatorial District. Mr. President and my dear colleagues, I vote yes to electronic transfer of results and electronic voting, and yes to the independence of INEC, and not subject INEC to NCC or National Assembly as amended.
Senate. I therefore vote no to Albert.
I am Abdullahi Dambaba, and I represent Sokoto South Senatorial District. How I vote here is determined by the statistics as released by NCC that states that there is 90.8% coverage 90.8% 2G coverage. Mr. Chairman, sir, I vote yes, capital yes, in recognition of the report that has been submitted by the Committee on INEC.
Senator, you.
I'm present. I vote no to the resolution proposed by Albert.
Senator Isa Shoaibullah, representing Taraba North, is voting no.
Distinguished colleagues, my name is Ibrahim Mohammed Bomai, representing Yobe South. I rise to vote no for the proposal submitted by Albert.
No, Albert.
I stand to say no to the amendment sought by distinguished Senator Albert.
Sitting as chair, my name is Senator Ishiaku Abo, representing the very good people of Adamawa North. Mr. President, I stand on my feet to vote no for electronic transmission of result, because the current electricity and telecommunication infrastructure as amended by Albert, because the current electrical and telecommunication infrastructure in Nigeria do not support it. I say again, no.
Please remain there, man. Distinguished colleagues, is there anyone who has not voted? Is there anyone who has not voted? Okay, please make the additions.
Mr. President, distinguished senators, this is the Mr. President, distinguished senators, this is the result of the votes so far in the elections we just had.
Total number of senators that are supposed to vote 108. We have yes, we have 28. We have 52 nays. We have 28 people absent. So total number of votes cast is 80. That's the result. The number of senators is 109. With the exclusion of the Senate President, that makes it 108. So the Senate President did not vote in this respect. The nays have it.
Distinguished colleagues, just to reiterate what the clerk said, we are 109, but I only cast my vote when there is a tie. And apparently there is no tie. The ayes for those for the amendment proposed by Senator Albert Basi Akpan, 28 voted yes. 28 voted yes, those that supported the amendment. 52 senators voted no, they don't want the amendment. 28 of our colleagues, senators, are absent in different parts of the country doing some jobs for the Senate and the National Assembly. Nobody abstained. Total 108. Total votes cast 80. And that is 28 plus 52. This now settles the issue of 52-3, that this amendment proposed and voted for by senators, proposed by Sabi, stands. Distinguished colleagues, we are going to continue, and I will suggest that we wait until we finish our consideration of this report, because we are closing today. Please. Distinguished colleagues, sub 4 and 5, because we stopped at 52 sub 3. Those in favor that 52, 4 and 5 stand part of the bill, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. 53. Those in favor that clause 53 stands part of the bill, say aye. Those against, say nay. Amendment.
Mr. President, clause 3. If you read clause 2 in 53 and clause 3, you'll see that there is a discrepancy there. Clause 2 says where the number of votes cast at an election in any polling unit exceeds the number of accredited voters in that polling unit, the presiding officer shall cancel the result of the election in that polling unit. And then clause 3 now says, where the result of an election is cancelled, in accordance with subsection 2, there shall be no return for the election until another poll has taken place in the affected polling unit. Mr. President, when you cancel a vote, you can't come back to do it again. You can't. It will mean that people will start looking for overvoting so that they can cancel and come back to do a re-election. There is a need to expunge 3 to be able to fully utilize 2. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, I'm Senator Chukwuko Taze. I rise to second the amendment as proposed by most distinguished Biodun Olojimi. I so second.
So you are
3 and leave 2.
Those in favor that clause 53 remain part of this bill as amended, say aye.
Aye.
Those against, say nay. The nays have it. Clause 54.